Biz414 here, back with another City Life episode. And before we get started here on today's project, I just wanted to say, last episode I did some staffing solutions, and I forgot these two positions: our bartender and our DJ at the club. I just put clerics in here. I have had quite a few clerics. I'm going to do a church eventually, and clerics will obviously go in there. But this was the most logical villager for a bartender, I thought, just because they sell the bottle o' enchanting. And the new clerics still sell this. I thought they were going to completely remove this trade, but the new clerics still have it. I don't have it unlocked with this guy, but it's different though. It's kind of nerfed. Instead of selling 2 to 4 bottles of enchanting for 1 emerald, they sell 1 bottle of enchanting for 4 emeralds. And that price might be different per villager. I've only got one villager where I've unlocked it so far, and he sells 1 bottle of enchanting for 4 emeralds. So kind of a ripoff. But yeah, so I just stuck 2 of these guys up here. So we've got our bartender. He's got the 4 bottles of enchanting, and then his enchantments: unbreaking pickaxe, 2 emeralds. Who cares about iron? Knockback, it's terrible. And sharpness. Efficiency 1. I could potentially combine a bunch of efficiency 1 picks to get efficiency 5, but that's not going to happen. That'd be super tedious and a waste. So yeah, his enchantments are kind of garbage. Really, the only reason he's here is because he has 4 bottles of enchanting. And then this guy, he's only got 2 bottles of enchanting, but he's got a couple of decent enchantments here. Smite 2, Unbreaking 2. That's not terrible. I could combine a couple of swords and get Smite 4 or Smite 5. Still, probably not the best. Sharpness 2, Looting 1, Knockback 1. Now that's not bad at all, because I use for killing cows and livestock, I use a iron sword just because it's easier to repair than diamond, less resource intensive. And I think a sharpness 3 sword will kill any livestock animal with 1 hit, and then the looting, gives me a higher, more leather per kill. And then once I start dealing with bunnies here, that'll be real handy to have the looting sword for getting the rabbit's feets. So that's not bad to have that enchantment here. So I'll probably use that from time to time. And then right here, efficiency 3, unbreaking 3, fortune 1. That's a pretty awesome enchant just for 2 emeralds. So that's kind of why he's here, is for those 2 enchantments right there. And then the rest of it's just garbage. Oh, Silk Touch. That's not bad. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to show that real quick. Right? Right. Got our dance floor, disco dance floor in here if you haven't seen any of my other videos. I've got a flashing disco lights here, which is really fun when you get one of these villagers, you know how they do, running around in circles like this. Looks like they're kind of dancing around and stuff. It's funny. I like it. Alright, carrying on. I just wanted to show that real quick. So today, I'm going to work on this monstrosity here. Oops. That's alright. He doesn't look like me anymore. I changed my skin. And I'll probably do another change to my skin, but it'll still look like this, just maybe with a couple of little extra additions. I might put like a wallet chain on myself, something like that, just because we can do non-symmetrical skins now, to where you don't have to have, I could have a rip on one knee and not on the other if I liked. But yeah, mainly I want this guy to look more like me, and I'm gonna do a different statue. He's gonna be in a different pose. It's probably not gonna be made out of wool because I don't want to make it out of wool. I'm going to use some of the ore blocks and whatnot to make it instead. So I'm going to have to get rid of this guy. But before I do, I just kind of wanted to show some of the functionality here. I've got it set up so that I can go inside of it. I've got a pressure plate here, and this was done when I was really green with redstone. It's still not a bad design. I wanted it. I've got like a lock here so that this doesn't work now. Just so that I can lock villagers out of this. I didn't really want to have just a button on the front of it. I wanted to have a kind of hidden door, and this was my attempt at a hidden door here. So let's go in. You gotta be fast so you don't get your head smashed. And you got a pressure plate there to let us in and out. And then we've got a bunch of junk down here. Bunch of junk. Yeah, it's just a mess. I don't even know what's going on down here anymore. It's such a mess. So yeah, that's one of the goals here when I redo the statue, is to not have a redstone cluster something down there. And then right here, this is a way to get in from the pedestal base, which will make sense in a second. I've just got a ladder that goes up, not down. Also down, I suppose. What's here? We've got a big old gate here. I think it's a NOR gate. There's much simpler ways to do this than this. This is just bulky and then we've got over here, we've got like a little room where our backpack is. Let's see. There's the lever for that. Come on. There we go. So you got like the little backpack area here, and you can walk up and go around. Climb all over the outside of this guy, which is kind of unnecessary. I probably won't have a backpack access or even have a backpack at all on the other statue. Right here, you can go out into his arm and come out here into a little viewing area underneath of the mushroom. Now this I like, and the new statue will retain this function. It's a nice little view from the center of town, not as high up as you would get from being in the tower, but still, it's a nice view from here, I think. And you can come over here and go in through his ear to go into the head. But I'm going to continue going up this way just to show what's going on here. Back here is just another little nook. I mean, most of this statue is taken up with redstone because, again, redstone noob at the time. So this is the guy's mouth. And up here is we're in his head. I did the pink and magenta wool pattern here to look kind of like brain meats, and then I've got a enchanting table up here, you know, knowledge in the head. It is a full enchanting table. I don't have anything that I can enchant to demonstrate, but it's a full 30 level enchantment table. And here's that door that goes out his ear. That probably won't be in the new statue. And since I'll be simplifying the redstone significantly, I'll be able to have more room inside of the guy for stuff if I like. And the last thing I wanted to show is this. You can open up the mouth, and he pukes you right out. Out you go. So that's how that works. And this is why there's a door in the feet here, because I didn't want to have to always jump off of here and take a tiny bit of fall damage. So you just stand here. There's a delay on it. so you can get in. And you go down and back out. Like that. So that's how that works. And then I've got this little switchy-roo right there to turn that back off. And that's why there was a NOR gate down at the bottom. And an OR gate up there is because of all that. Actually, the stuff all at the bottom, I think, was just for the lock for this situation. And then the NOR gate up there is for this lever, and for that lever up there that controls that. So yeah, not the best design, in my opinion, self-admittedly. As I said, this was one of the first things I did in town, and I knew nothing about redstone whatsoever, and I'm still not an expert. Better than some, but still no expert on this stuff. So yeah, definitely one of the goals in rebuilding it is just to make all that better. I'm going to reclaim some of this stuff, though. See, look at all this junk. Nobody even knows what this is. Let's get up there. Reclaim my bookshelves. My silk touch axe, flawless axe. Did I pick them all up? Yeah, I got 16 of them. But you only need 15 for a full enchant, but I had 16, I think, for aesthetic value. And I think that's all I wanted to keep out of this thing, so let's get rid of him. Get out of here before bad stuff happens. I'm just going to burn him down because he sucks. You know what? We should probably remove this water. Can I do that before I burn? Let's see. Because I don't want this water to put out the fires. Forward thinking here. Uh-oh. 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 Alright. Hurry. Get into that water stream. I want to get down here in time to see him burn. Burn, burn, burn. Are you burning? Some of him's not going to burn. It's like skin is made out of sandstone. So that obviously won't burn. Why is there still water there? Well, poop. That's not quite as climactic as I was hoping for. I was hoping that this whole guy was just going to burn up in flames. And that did not happen. So, I think what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to clean up this mess, tear this all down, and then we'll come back and kind of get started on it. And just as a heads up, I will be doing a lot of the work on this off camera and or time-lapsed, just because it's going to be kind of tedious. So, I'm going to clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. Alright? Okay, I'm back. I finished tearing down the whole statue and put up some dirt blocks to mark out where the base of it's going to be. And then I opened up my world to LAN. I invited my secondary account, my secondary cam account, to the game to try and do a different point of view motion or time lapse. I was going to do have him standing, over across the way and watching as the structure was built in front of him from a different perspective. Still going to do that, but bad things happened. This chunk right here apparently got deleted when I was doing all of that, or had an error. I have tested and built within the chunk, and it seems to be saving. I dug out that little corner there, but that would actually be that chunk. But I put this dirt uh, across here, finishing off this perimeter, and have quit and saved and reloaded more than once, and it seems to be saving. But I'm still very hesitant about building right here, right now. I looked and double checked my backups. I do have a save backup right before the previous video where I was moving villagers around. So in the save backup, this is still done and still here. So I wouldn't, if I do roll back to that other save, I'd still have this structure here. I wouldn't have to rebuild that, which is wonderful. That would have been, it's not a huge build, but still, that's a lot of time. Basically, if I roll back, all I've got to do is redo the whole moving the villagers back and forth process, which isn't the end of the world. It's kind of tedious, and I'm not happy about it at all, but way better than having to rebuild a whole structure, and probably safer than just filling in this hole or covering up this hole and building here on top of it. Because I would really hate to build the statue and have his whole right side get deleted. That could still happen. Even if I roll back, this could just be a forever corrupted area, and I could sometime down the line have this happen again and have half of my statue just disappear. But I don't think that it's a corrupted chunk. I think it was just an error in my in the loading, saving and loading process, because I had it open to a LAN and stuff. And because basically what happened is this area, this world, was generated a long time ago, and at the time, this was a plains biome in the old generation, in 1.2 or 1.3 or whenever it was that I explored this area. Now, 1.8, this area would be an ocean. So basically, this chunk got deleted and reloaded when I jumped in, and became an ocean, as it would be in 1.8. So yeah, bad things, very bad things. So I'm going to take another break. I just wanted to kind of show what happened here, and just some of the trials and tribulations of Minecraft. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this back to my previous game save. So I'll still have the old statue will be here that I'll have to re-tear down. All of the temporary melon farm that I had right here that I moved down into the basement of the tower will still be here. So I'll have to re-tear that down, and I'll have to remove move the villagers around again, which I'll probably do all that later, because I really want to get going on this build. I'm pretty excited about doing it, and would really like to get going on it. So I'm going to leave again and work on that, and be back in a few hours for me, and no time at all for you. So be right back. Alright, so I'm back with my reloaded game, walked it back to previous save. So this guy's back. Tried fire to get rid of him. Let's try something different. Let's try some TNT. I got like a stack and a half in there. I added a fire or a flame enchant to this bow, so I can light the TNT. Oh, just missed it. There we go. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't destroy anything in the tower. Uh-oh, TNT is flying everywhere. That might have been a bad idea. Big crater in the ground. Yeah, look at that. Whew, I might have to reload again. I did a save before yeah, I'm gonna have to reload again. I did a save backup, luckily, before I set off all that TNT. So that was bad. That was a bad idea. Maybe a little bit too much TNT. Got a giant crater here where a statue used to be, and a hole in, which is fine. Crater's fine, but what's not fine is the big hole in the tower there, and there, and yeah, a little bit too heavy-handed on the TNT, I think, but it was still fun. So I'm gonna reload from that previous save and just tear it down in a little more frugal manner, I think. So yeah, when I come back, I'll just be building. No more talky talk, just building. So be back. Bye. Hey, welcome back. Finally done. Took me about a billion years, but I like how it turned out. He's got the pickaxe over his head. It's supposed to look kind of like my logo, the cartoony me holding a pickaxe over my head, all enchanted pickaxe with the electrified, like lightning hit it. For some reason, when I look up, the beam disappears. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's meant to do that. No idea. Wish it wouldn't do it, but it does. He's holding the little mushroom like he is in the picture. Kind of leaned forward, tilted to the side. Uh, I like it. It's a little weird with the head. The head's kind of off to the side, but it's supposed to look like he's leaning to his left. You know. So I think it looks good. I think it pulls off that look, that feel. I really like the base with the diorite and nether quartz. I think it looks pretty good. I like the diorite kind of has a marbly texture to it. And I'll very quickly show you the inside of it. I have to be brief because it's really late. It's like almost 3 in the morning for me, and I've got to be up in like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe, to do stuff with children, get them to school and whatnot, be a parent. Right now I've got this temporary iron door to get in. Eventually I plan to put like a flush, hidden, secret door dealio on the side. I've got to beat the beacon at the bottom. Eventually, this is just temporary, just to give you the effect, see what it would look like with the beam in it. Eventually, I'll move the beacon all the way down to bedrock level, 'cause that's the optimal place to have one. So you go up the ladder, and you've got a little landing right here where it's just, you can go down into the other leg if you like. No reason really. I just wanted to leave it open just because it exists. Might as well be able to go into it if I want. But again, not really any reason to. Second level, I put a portal here just because the whole torso was made out of obsidian, so I figured, why not? Again, probably never use it, just something that's there just because I can. And you go over here and you go down into his left arm. And up here is the mushroom. So we've got a little viewing area. Not as good of a view as the other mushroom, because this mushroom's not so tall. But if I want, I've got some of these silk touched. I can just remove this bottom layer so you get a better view. But it's alright. And continuing upward, we've got, I'm going to go all the way to the top first. I put some spruce wood doors here just so you could have access to the top of his fist right here where we've got the pickaxe, and it's made out of diamond blocks and lapis blocks, and then I've got magenta stained glass around it to make it look enchanted, give it that purpley glow. Some glowstone hidden under here for lighting to make it spawn proof up here, hopefully. I've got doors on both sides. And then the main thing is this level right here. We've got our brain right here. We've got a anvil, crafting bench, full enchanting setup. I don't have anything on me that I can demonstrate with, but there's 16 bookshelves here, so it's a full enchanting setup with the ender chest and then a couple of extra chests for storage. I'll probably never use it. I'll probably never use this enchanting table It's just for looks, just here because I thought it would make sense to have the books and the enchanting table and just source of knowledge up here in the brain. So just for funsies. Then down here we're in the mouth. We've got the gag reflex button right here. Stand in my pool of saliva here. You hit that button. And ooh, ouch. You gotta make sure you walk out. The original design I had the switch here and a switch down there and a really confusing NOR, I think it was a NOR latch, NOR gate. This is way simpler. I've just got behind the teeth here, I've got a bunch of repeaters, like I think like 4, let's see, there's one here, here, yeah, 4 repeaters on each side, full delay on each one. So basically it gives you just enough time to get up here and get out the mouth, and get vomited out down to the ground. Doot. So that's it in a nutshell. I like it. I think it looks way better than the old one, and well worth the effort, I believe. There we go, and the water just kind of disappears. Just takes it a minute. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and subscribe, and tell a friend, and I will see you next time. Bye.